What's going on, gang? So here's the warm-up for the week. It's going to require a jump rope every day. If you are training at home or even coming into the gym, if you haven't invested in a jump rope, I'd highly recommend it. It's like $15 to $20 well spent, and even though it's got a limit to how much you can do, it's probably one of the best pieces of equipment you can own. You can take it with you just about anywhere, and you can get quite a bit done with it. Like I said, we have a bunch here. I'll maybe post a link to some that I might suggest from getting online. But pretty good tool, and we're going to use it a fair amount during at least this week's warm-up. So get a hold of a rope and find some space. So we're going to begin just by getting into a squat, opening up the knees, hips, and ankles, squatting, bouncing. This is one of those positions where the more you do it, the more you want to do it, the easier it becomes. And it's gold. You have to find the right variation to make sure you don't overdo things. But once you zero in on that, just hold on tight and make it part of your day-to-day. It's amazing what it'll help you do. Just bouncing. Maybe bias it to one side or maybe to the other. Just kind of move around a little bit. Just give your body some time to use gravity to its advantage. Then we're going to hop up. We're going to do some ostrich bounces. So try to keep your legs straight. I want you to go as low as you can and just get that natural elastic rebound either off the floor, off your shoelaces, even off your shins. Just kind of bounce down and up about 30 times. Then you're going to walk those hands out a little bit, and we're going to get into a downward dog, and we're going to bounce here. So I'm slightly tucking my tailbone towards my heels. My head goes through, my chest is kind of bouncing toward my knees. 30 times. Now we've got a little bit of blood flowing through the body. Grab your jump rope, and we're going to jump for 90 seconds. I'll do it with you. Why the heck not? Find a rhythm that feels good for you. It doesn't have to be fast. If you mess up, just pick back up and go. You can start to mix and match some different foot styles. Or maybe even rotate around on the axis, but find what works best for you. Just trying to elevate your heart rate, get some coordination. Ropes down. Then we're going to do just some shoulder rolls. So nice, big circles. Doesn't have to be fast. Just wants to be smooth and articulate. Go ahead and switch directions. Then we're going to take the arms and we're going to swing them forward and back. As you go up overhead, try and keep your ribs pulled down so your abs are tight. Get a little bit of a stretch in through the shoulders and the lats. And then as you go back, try to get your arms to go as high, even past parallel to the floor. Then we're going to go side to side. So just let those arms cross over. You can alternate which one goes. Palms up will be a little bit more intense of a stretch as you go back. Palms down be a little bit less. Same thing, the higher you raise your hands, the more you'll feel the stretch through your pecs and shoulders. Just find a rhythm that works for you. Open up the chest a little bit. Have some fun. Doesn't have to be too hard. Let those arms dangle. We did this a little bit last week, a lot on the knees. We're going to do it standing this week. I want you to get 3 to 5 standing hip rotations on your right, then your left, then the other direction on your right, then the other direction on your left. And the goal is to keep the leg up the entire time without having to touch the ground and use it for help. If you mess up, no big deal, just start over, but really try and fight for it. So the biggest circle you can trace, and trying to remain on balance. Take your time and focus. Go ahead and switch sides. This is definitely a more challenging side for me to balance on. Embrace the struggle. Okay, back to the original leg now. We're going to go in the other direction. So we'll go back and around. Go ahead and switch sides. Okay, let's get one more 90-second stint on the jump ropes. piece here. I want you to take a stance a little bit wider than you would normally squat. Hands off to the side. We've done this before. I'm going to have you reach over your head with your right arm, reach behind your opposite leg with your left arm, and try and touch as low down your right leg as you can. Then get the other side. Then you're going to round your back forward, and then you're going to arch back. And we're going to do that 5 total times. Go ahead and embrace some of the breathing and grunting. One more. Should be warm. Go ahead and enjoy whatever it is that's specific to today. See you soon.